if you were to remake that now, I think it would have to be much more diverse, and it would have to be, you couldn't make a movie that white now. No, those movies are really, really very white, and they don't really represent, what it is to be a teenager in a school in America today. I don't think so.
I don't know if you've been watching any movies lately, Molly, but forced diversity is definitely a box office killer. And seeming that if you're going to do a reboot of Breakfast Club, it most likely won't come out in theaters. It'll most likely come on streaming, and you still won't get residuals. Then you'll start coming out and complaining about that. Then you're going to come out with all these other actors and start either boycotting or just another full-blown strike again, asking for residuals and more money in this and more money in that, and then you're not going to get it, and then you're going to find yourself right back here virtue signaling because the powers that should not be are paying you to say this, and you're bending the knee. Another celebrity that we once adored, the hot redhead from the Breakfast Club, the hot MILF from that ABC Family show that I can't think of right now. It wasn't the Fosters. It was the other show. But nonetheless, Molly Ringwald is another celebrity that just goes off the deep end. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Those movies, the movies that, I'm so well known for, they were very much of a time, and if you were to remake that now, I think it would have to be much more diverse, and it would have to...
Stop. You've already lost me. What is the one thing that all these celebrities talk about every single time a microphone is put in their hands? They're brainwashed to regurgitate the exact same stuff. Diversity. Inclusivity. Equity. Equality. We need more BIPOC, is what some of them will say.
This is the Lord's work right here. And this is a good white woman, man. She's showing her deeds, man, to the Lord, man.
And, my personal favorite one, representation. It baffles me, though, how comfortable she feels pissing on John Hughes, man. What about your co-stars? I would beg to differ if I'm Emilio Estevez. I just don't get it, man, because it seems to me that these past 40 years, you've been cashing them checks. I'm sure you're getting this little thing called residuals from Breakfast Club.
You couldn't make a movie that white now. No, those movies are really, really...
I don't think that anybody was thinking about or worrying about whether they were too white or whether we needed diverse this or diverse that. I think what they wanted to do, again, I'm not John Hughes or anybody else that was involved in this movie, but just going off the limb here, I don't think that in their mind they're telling themselves and telling everybody else, I don't want any people of color in this movie. I think he just wanted the best actors and actresses and the ones that he thought would fit the roles of his movie and of his script. Is that too hard to fucking fathom? Because to me, it still doesn't seem like it's rocket science. At least not yet.
Very white. and they don't really represent, what it is to be a teenager in a school in America today, I don't think.
You fucking mark!
Bro, neither did Mean Girls. But are we going to sit here and talk about how Mean Girls didn't have that much diversity and this and that and blah, blah, whatever? What's another movie about high school? I don't know. 10 Things I Hate About You. Was that a movie that really depicted how high schools were? In a way, some ways, yes. Same thing with Breakfast Club. In some ways, yes. Same thing with Degrassi. You can look at Degrassi and say, yes, in some ways, that kind of did depict how certain high schools were, especially depending on location. So, bruh, miss me with that bullshit, Molly. It's crazy how you can say that something's too white, but yet you can't say that something's too black. You're gonna get canceled if you say that. Yeah, you can't say something's too Mexican or too Hispanic, whatever the fuck. You can't say something's too Chinese or Asian. Nope. Canceled. You're racist. You're gonna get a whole bunch of fucking Twitter gurus and Twitter bosses in your replies calling you racist and calling you every name in a fucking book. And then trying to come up with some kind of random ass crime or something and saying that you should be arrested. You should be arrested for saying that. You should go to jail for saying that. But you got the Molly Ringwalds of the world that will sit here and will say that someone like me needs to be in a movie over somebody that's actually talented and somebody that actually knows how to act that just so happens to be white. That's what she's saying.
She looks like me. She looks like me.
So, but I think that they were really great, and they were of that time, and they really represented John Hughes's experience, and that's what he was writing to his own personal.
Oh, okay. Let's stop. I'm glad if it ends right there, but let's stop right there, okay? Let's stop right there because she said it. We heard it straight from the whore's mouth. She said, this is based off of whose experience? And I don't know if you've been watching any movies lately, Molly, but forced diversity is definitely a box office killer. And seeming that if you're going to do a reboot of Breakfast Club, it most likely won't come out in theaters. It'll most likely come on streaming, and you still won't get residuals. Then you'll start coming out and complaining about that. Then you're going to come out with all these other actors and start either boycotting or just another full-blown strike again, asking for residuals and more money in this and more money in that. And then you're not going to get it, and then you're going to find yourself right back here virtue signaling because the powers that should not be are paying you to say this shit, and you're bending the knee. At the very first sound of somebody's zipper going down.
A, she was a hooah. B, she was a hooah.
An all-white cast, Molly, is okay. And I wish more people would take heed to this. And I'm not saying purposely, again, like it's all weird energy to me when you start talking about people of color, people of race, people of sexual, what people want to put in their dicks at night or put in their butts at night. It doesn't matter. And that's what I will continue to say until I'm fucking purple in the face. I don't give a damn. But y'all need to understand that we are not heeding to this shit. Both sides are completely fucking crazy. Like, if you have somebody that's out there saying, out of spite, I'm going to have an all-white cast, it's just like, that's a weird flex. But hey, you can do it, I guess. But that makes you no different than a person that's over here saying, I'm going to have an all-black cast. Because at least I'm being honest. At least I'm not bending the knee and saying, yeah, representation and this and that. Oh, yeah, black people, Mexicans. No. How about, oh, what a great, awesome movie. What a great story. Wow, those actors and actresses, they fucking killed it. The writer killed it. The director killed it. Oh, man. What a classical fucking movie. We can't get that anymore? Now it's, oh, I am so happy to be the first black this. Let the classic be a classic. But Molly Ringwald is one of the biggest idiots in all of Hollywood because the fact that we're sitting here in 2024 in April and she wants to talk about a movie in the 80s, almost 40 years ago, and saying that, oh, well, if we did that today, we'd have to have it represent all the people in America and blah, blah, blah. And then she literally, not even 20 seconds later, yeah, but this one depicted John Hughes' experience. Then why did you say what you said 30 fucking seconds ago? Let me know what you guys think, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, all that good stuff. Is Molly Ringwald a fucking dumbass? Let me know. It's your boy Corn, and I am OUT.